Let's talk family and finances. This one is a big personal one for me right here. Excuse the way I look, guys. And my low output. I've been under the weather. It's winter season. Everybody getting the flu. Everybody getting sick, and I'm no different. Okay, so if I don't look as my usual good self, that's why. Excuse me. But there's been this topic on my heart, man, that I've really been wanting to talk about, and that's family and finances. Family and finances. This is the thing. In my upbringing, we believed in a lot of the same myths and truth that society tells us to do. You know, get a car payment, go to college, get in debt. What else is another one? Get a credit card. What else is another one? Do everything involving debt that seems normalized. Do it. And that's no knock to my parents. That's no knock to my loved ones. We just follow the myths that's been placed in front of us. We just follow the guidelines that we've been told to adhere to. And sometimes when you grow up and you go and do your own research and you go and see other people who are winning, and I say that in a way where they're winning in a way where you want to get yourself someday, you start to see things differently. But what happens when you leave the pack? What happens when you leave the comfort zone? What happens when you are the only one who may believe certain things that you believe about money? Sometimes it can lead to difference of opinions, and that's okay. I wanted to tell you guys, that's okay. We are so stuck sometimes on what our family think about us. We're so stuck on what our loved ones may hold against us, but everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own way that they're going to go about life. And just because you don't want to adhere to the same principles, like getting credit card debt, like being a consumer debt, like getting car notes, you're looked at as a little crazy sometimes. Now, again, this is no shade or knock being thrown toward my family. It's just we do have difference of opinions when it comes to money, finances, and everything and the like. Like we just do, you know. I do my best to stay away from credit card debt. I do my best to stay away from car notes. Y'all know that by now. And I just feel like sometimes you may be looked at a certain way. And the way you can deal with that is just remembering, especially when you're in my case, when you become a dad, man, you have to become the leader. You are the leader of your own tribe. You can be no follower no more. You have left your mother's home. You have left your father's home. You are the man of the house, and you are the leader of your new family. And that comes with discovering new knowledge. That comes with discovering new wisdom. That comes with doing what's best for you and your family. So for me, even when we have discussions about money with me and my family, I do my best to respect their values, respect their opinions, respect their viewpoints. But that conversations is where it starts and where it ends. At the end of the day, I am choosing the path that works for me the best. At the end of the day, I am choosing what's going to work for me. I keep bringing this up, but there was a guy in my comment section, and he said, my family is going to be so confused when I pull up in that 2002 Camry instead of my 2024. And I told him in the comment section, I responded to him. I said, they should be so proud of you for making a decision that is impacting your long-term success rather than their short-term validation. And sometimes family, some of y'all gotta feel me in the comment section, man. Family can be some of your biggest supporters or your biggest critic. It's just in their nature. And that is perhaps why so many people are stuck, because they're even trying to make their family happy with every decision they make. Newsflash, guys, nobody's going to be happy with every decision that you make. The only person you should be worried about is you and what it does for you and your family. Even if you're a single man, you have your own path. Single man, single woman, you have your own path to chart on. Nobody can put your shoes on and walk in your shoes. You have to be able to take 2 steps forward in your own shoes, with your own perspective, with your own wisdom that you had developed. Stories like that really touch me. Why should he feel shunned for making a financial? He recognized his mistake. The car payments were crushing him. He couldn't live day to day. He's doing something about it. And he took that car back and he went and got a Camry again, which is a smart man to begin with. He's a smart man to begin with because he's staying in the lineage of reliable and great cars. He took that car back and he's going to pull up. And he said they're going to be so confused. If that was my son, my friend, my brother, I'll be so proud of you. I would give you a big old hug when I see you. Because that takes so much courage to admit you were wrong. That takes so much courage to admit something was swallowing you. That takes so much courage to let the ego die and come back into what is affordable. Smart man. And I've seen many comments like this. Like my family, there was another lady who said, my father got me into car payments and it's one of the biggest regrets that I have. I just want to get rid of it. And I just tell all you tell all you people, do your research. Family, in the case of me and my dad, I got my Buick story up in my video. I was in the car payment too, primarily with my dad, right? We went to the dealership. We went and got into a car payment for a Buick. And just looking back at it now, it's by far one of the worst things I think I could have done, but I needed the lesson because it wasn't that expensive, right? It wasn't that expensive. I needed the lesson early before I made a bigger mistake with a bigger payment with a bigger sum of money. I went and got that car, and over the 4 or 5 years of me paying that car off, I learned a great deal about how this all works. I learned such a great deal about how it all works. And it taught me from there on out, I was never doing this again. Sometimes your family could have your best interest in mind. Sometimes they can't. Sometimes they can have the best interest in mind and yet it still satisfy their own ego. For me, you have to look at your situation on an individual level and on an individual perspective. If you allow your family to dictate what's in your bank account and dictate what's in your financial wallet, that will eventually trickle out, and that will allow other folks to start dictating your moves in life as well. It all starts with the family. If you allow anyone to control your pockets, you allow everyone to control your pockets. That's how I feel. And family is no different. The way to deal with this, like I said, guys, have discussions with them, talk to them, see if you can maybe enlighten them to your perspective, but it doesn't go beyond the conversation. Because if it gets to the point where they're dictating and telling you what to do, you've lost your individuality and you're now trying to please your family instead of respecting each other's boundaries and respecting each other's belief systems. Again, I love my family and they have taught me a lot about money and we've all been there for each other. But there will come the day where you maybe perhaps veer off and do your own thing. And that is okay. Stop thinking you have to continue the lineage of debt or car payments or this or that just because your family told you to do so. You can be the generational change that you need to be for you and your family's bloodline. It can be you. I'm not saying go out here and do nothing wild. I'm not saying go out here and, be the hero. I'm just saying you can be the change for your family's lineage. They may not understand what you're doing. They may not agree with what you're doing. But at the end of the day, if you are content with yourself and you know that your pocket is feeling a little heavier, your pockets is getting a little fatter, you're debt free so you don't have chains around your neck, you're debt free so you don't have shackles around your arms and around your feet, life is good, you're able to get what you want, you're able to do what you want to do. Don't allow anyone to dictate what you have going on in your financial life. No one. Don't allow anyone to do that. There was another personal story right now. We're trying to figure out something, and I'm a big believer on not being in car payments right now. And we have a situation where a family member may perhaps need to take a car payment. And I'm telling them, I don't think it's a wise decision. Especially this person is somewhat debt-free already. It is nothing like having that payment come out of your account every month, especially if you don't have the money to pay it off outright. It's not a good feeling. Not when you have 1,000 things like mortgages and rent and a whole bunch of other financial obligations. It doesn't feel good when that brand new number is coming out of your account every month, especially for a car that may not even be the best car. That's the thing too. We allow the luxury appearance of things to overwhelm the critical thinking aspect of our brains. And we just see it because it's shiny and it's new and we go for it, despite it not even being worth what we're going to put into it. So you just have to be aware. You just have to be wary. I'm not saying don't listen to your family. I'm just saying you have to be able to make the final decision on your financial undertakings. If you guys take anything from my message, man, stop letting people dictate what you do with your money, man. Whether that's me, whether that's family more so than anybody, because family is the closest to you. So you value those opinions very highly. But you guys have got to stop doing that. I've seen these stories in my comments and they've just broken my heart. Not from a negative perspective, because the people are learning. They're going back and they're like, you know what, we made a mistake. So there is beauty in the struggle. There is beauty in failure. There's a lesson in the failure. You learn more from failure than you do success. So seeing those comments really sparked this video. Don't allow family to we can love them all we want, but when it starts affecting your well-being and your health, then you know what you have to do. You have to take some time, recuperate, heal yourself, and then come back out. Thank you guys for the video, for watching the video. This is just part one. I'm not feeling the best right now, so I wanted to get out here and just get this topic somewhat out of here. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video to refine this topic. But I'll see y'all, man. Stay warm, stay cozy out here, because it's a lot of sickness going around. All right, God bless you guys. Peace.